So, welcome to College Success. I'm Professor Miles. Let me make sure you can get a better view of this. Excuse our technical difficulties. Yeah, so College Success. I've been making these College Success videos. This is College Success. Another episode just coming back at you. I just want to talk to you because I want you to define success for yourself. I've been going on and having these conversations about how to succeed, but you really have to define what success is for you, right? And I want you to think ahead of time about what that success means to you. So this entire video is going to be about you defining what success is. So yeah, my name is Professor Miles. They call me Professor Miles because I used to teach at Drexel University. I used to teach finance of higher education, women and African American rights, also classes on creating culture in America. My classes were, campus-wide, well known, because I was able to really engage students and really offer opportunities for reflection. Drexel's a STEM school, so science, technology, engineering, and math. So everything's about follow the formula, get the answer. But in life, what I've realized is that there really is no formula. There really is no proper formula that actually gives you the right answer to everything. Success does leave clues, though. So academically, let's try to define success. What is success for you, right? Is it just improvement or is it a 4.0? I think we get caught up on the 4.0. I had a 4.0 coming out of high school, right? I went to Crenshaw High and graduated the top male in my class. But when I got to UCLA, I was not the top person in my class. I don't even know what my rank was because 5,000 people graduated. But let's just say I was happy to make it out. I was happy to actually just make it out of college. And I had a 3.0 when I graduated, right? So I graduated UCLA with a 3.0. So for me, academically, success was doing better than I did before, right? Now we were on the quarter system at UCLA, so that's different than the semesters. But I'll talk a semester since most people have semesters. It really came down to my last semester GPA was higher than all my GPAs before, because there's two types of students that, in my opinion, can consider themselves extremely successful when it comes to higher education. Specifically, when we're thinking about academics and class performance, you have what I call the genius, right? We all know what the genius is. Come on, they've had a 4.0 from jump. Their grades look like this, just straight A's, straight A's, straight A's the whole time. Straight A's the whole time. So I was not that student. I was not getting straight A's the whole time. Even in high school, when I got a 4.0, my grades looked like this. Over time, I get better. I called that student Ontius. Have you heard the story of Ontius? Have you heard the story of Ontius? Okay, so in North Africa, we have the Berber legends. In the Berber legends, there was a Berber king. And the Berber king, Ontius, he was a wrestler, known wrestler. His mother was Mother Earth. So every time that he was in a wrestling match and he was thrown down to the ground, he got stronger because he was thrown down to his love and support. So each fight, he got better. Each fight, he grew stronger. Each fight, he became better and better and better. For those of you that love Dragon Ball Z, that's what we call a Super Saiyan. Or just a Saiyan in general. But it's about understanding that you have to get better with time. I think that's a better route, because if you've been perfect your whole life, and you hit a wall, what do? See, if I'm gradually getting better, then I'm going to actually just go over that wall. And that wall is going to have to be incredibly tall to stop me. That's something that I just kept going. So when I got into graduate school and I was getting my master's at the University of Pennsylvania, which is, Penn, right? So we just call it Penn in Philly, right? So I'm getting my master's at Penn. I'm hitting some roadblocks that I've seen before at UCLA, but because I was gradually going up and I went to graduate school right after undergrad, I just kept moving on up and I was able to be like Ontius and overcome. So I enter in my first semester, I'm hitting a 3.4, not a 3.0. And then my second semester, I'm hitting a 3.8, not a 3.0. And I was able to go above and beyond the call of duty because I decided to be an Ontius. I decided to overcome. I decided to get better with time. And so there's a decision in your success to where you have to make it specific to you. Where are you at right now in your academics? What's your GPA? What are you studying? What are you doing better in? What classes and what majors are you doing better in? Is that a major you need to switch to? Or do you want to stay focused on your goal because you have a goal and no matter what you do struggling wise, you want to stay committed to it? I honor that. I honor that greatly. My professor in grad school told me, Miles, you can't write. I don't know how you made it through UCLA. The truth is, the school's so big, you can sneak your way through with a 3.0, right? But at the University of Pennsylvania, I went from having classes of 500 people at UCLA to 40 people, and like I couldn't escape. I wasn't used to that, right? I hadn't been in a class with 40 people since high school, since I was at Crenshaw, and those are supposed to be overcrowded. So I'm just baffled at how I'm going to be able to overcome the fact that I can't write at a graduate school level, and that was something that really bogged me down. But I decided to buck up, man. I decided to step my game up and become a beast. And the way I became a beast was by becoming Ontius. And I said I will get better over time. And I decided that I didn't want to give up on my master's just because I was unqualified. I decided that I was going to qualify myself. So I went to tutoring. I went and had people help me develop my papers. And in addition to that, I also went to graduate students that worked under professors and that knew what they specifically wanted, because each professor is a different person. Therefore, they want a different type of writing style and a different type of perspective to be displayed. And they have favorite authors and professors that they love and respect from other universities that they want to see cited. And once you understand what the professor needs, you understand how to play their game. If you play basketball using football rules, you will fail. But if you play basketball with basketball rules, you have now given yourself the opportunity to succeed and be an Ontius for yourself and for your goals and for your dreams. And that's how you define success, because you define it by saying, I'm getting better than I was yesterday. I'm not giving up on my goals, and I will continue to succeed. I have failed, and that is okay. I will succeed, and that is what I do, because I persist and I succeed. I succeed because I push through. I succeed because I am great. I succeed because I don't give up. I succeed because I am Ontius. And every time that I am thrown down to the ground, every time I am thrown away from my goals, my dreams, my vision, I get up stronger. I've been knocked down 7 times, but damn it, I done got up 8. This is called success. Define success for you. Don't let anybody else take you away from your mission, your goals, and what you need to do. Sacrifice everything to gain everything that you need. Sacrifice everything to gain everything that you need. You can do this. Indecision is a decision. Decide to be great. You already are.